reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, beginning at verse 38. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist an evildoer. But if anyone strikes you on the right cheek, turn the other also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your coat, give your cloak as well. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go also the 2nd mile. Give to everyone who begs from you, and do not refuse anyone who wants to borrow from you. And so the parish continues its month of kindness, and this week we are thinking about words that we use, words of affirmation, words of praise, encouragement, and words of appreciation. How do we give them? And how do we receive them? Today's Old Testament reading from the first book of Kings, chapter 21, sees Ahab and Jezebel use greed, conspiracy, and ultimately murder to successfully gain a highly sought-after vineyard. And as we've just heard in Matthew's Gospel, Jesus invokes the Old Testament commandment meant to moderate vengeance, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. This indicating that the punishment should not exceed the crime or the injury done. Jesus forbids even this, suggesting we respond to our better instincts, to show love to everyone, even those who are not kind to us. Our readings speak of many things, one being our human nature and how we respond to the challenges and opportunities of life, how we respond to each other, how we give words of affirmation. How do we encourage, appreciate, and respond to others? For on any given day, we are confronted with choices. And those choices that we make shape our lives and the relationships that we experience. Jesus understands just how hard it is for us to love rather than hate, to forgive rather than to hold a grudge, to embrace rather than to protect, to share rather than to hoard, to heal rather than to wound, and especially when we ourselves walk so much of our lives wounded and hurt. We also know that we have the capacity to be children of light and can respond by using words of affirmation and acts of kindness, thus testifying to the ways of God, in whose image we are made.